Welcome back, guys, to our YouTube channel. This is Global Exterior Experts. We're actually going to be conducting an inspection, guide you through the whole process. So go ahead and follow me through. All right, guys, so the first things first, when we're doing an inspection, we start do counterclockwise. Normally I start on the front elevation, go towards the left and work my way to the back. So we're going to start here on this downspout in this gutter right here. So what I use is this handy flashlight, which kind of highlights the damage. So when we're looking at these downspouts, we're always looking for some type of dents along here, which would be caused by the hailstorm. When the hail impacts the downspout, it'll just cause like a dent. And there's a pretty big dent over there at the very top. It's kind of sharp, so it possibly could be like a tree branch or some debris, flying debris that could have caused that. So it's pretty high up there. All right, now we're gonna move on to the siding. So as you can see here, I noticed a couple things that if you see this warping on the siding, that's what you call it. So a lot of homeowners see this and they believe that there's storm damage or something has happened here. But actually the reason why this happens here is because of these windows here, the reflection. So when the sun's hitting it, it just kind of reflects onto the siding, which causes this to happen. So this siding would have to be replaced, but it's going to be an ongoing issue until this window isn't replaced. So this is not storm damage. This is something that this can cause, or also if you have any like grills, if you're grilling some hot food here, this can also cause this. This is actually an installation problem. The reason being is this siding is vinyl material, so it expands and contrasts with the heat and the cold. So if you don't leave the siding a little loose when it's nailed down, it's nailed down too hard, it'll basically just slide in, and that's why you see this little bit of gap. So now there could be water entry. So what happens with these cracks here, the water can actually penetrate inside and cause damage. So this is why it's important to get your house inspected, so we can let you know if you have any of these type of damages. However, the insurances do look for waist high type of damage. Reason being is when it's this low, it's possible that they might say they're not going to cover it just because it's pretty down low. You know, you could easily bang it with something, maybe the garbage cans or something sharp that could have caused it to break. You know, it could even be the kids playing outside. We look to see if there's any missing panels. Sometimes with windstorms, they actually tend to take the siding piece away, especially when they're up high. You know, up high by like the gables and stuff like that is kind of where you want to look for wind damage. It's typically where you're going to find it, just because you get higher winds at a higher level. There's a gap here. This is all because the nails are too tight. The siding needs to expand and contrast. You can tell it's pretty tight. And if you look at the wall, if you look from the side angle, you can see it's all coming out and everything because the nails are too tight. So it's a really bad installation that they did on this home. So here, another issue that we have here, when they have these nails on too tight, the siding does not slide, you know, with the heat and cold that we get over here in Chicagoland area. The siding needs to be able to slide, you know, because it's vinyl material, but now because you have this gap, not only does it look terrible on the house, but you know, animals can go inside like ants and stuff like that, and you definitely don't want to have that, and it's just not appealing to the eye. All right, so now that we're on the roof, as we're conducting an inspection, the first things we look at is like the skylights, the soft metals, which is the first things that can be damaged from the storm. So looking at it, we would go on basically the skylight frame to see any dents. There's one right here, one over here, and then the flashing is completely hit on the back side. As far as the roof, we can see some issues here. The issues over here that I'm finding is more of an installation issue. When the guys are on the roof, sometimes it's a little too hot, so they leave some foot marks with their boots, and it was something they should have addressed as soon as the roof was done and get those shingles replaced. There's a couple other areas where the granules kind of just came off, so now a blister is forming, and that's due to the heat. It's just eating up the shingle basically. And excuse the dogs, I don't think they really like me on the roof, but just trying to get you guys some good information of the kinds of things to see on a roof. We're also looking for wind damage or any type of hail damage to the shingle that could eventually cause a leak. And once we address how many pipe jacks we got, we address how many skylights we got, any vents. As you can tell, this roof has a ridge vent, is what they call it. So this is another way of ventilation. It's actually one of the best ways to ventilate your roof, a ridge vent, just because it goes straight across the roof. So you have about 2-inch gap where the roof breathes, compared to a vent where it's like a 4x4 hole where you have ventilation there. So it's the best way to ventilate your roof, but definitely you'd want to check that you have proper insulation in the attic. All right, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. So that was basically a walkthrough inspection that we do for all our homeowners that, you know, give us a call to get a free inspection. So feel free to give us a call at 877-455-4562. Also subscribe to our channel for more content. Let us know if you want us to come out with some other content, other thing that you guys are coming across, have questions about or concerns. You know, we can definitely provide a video and give you some more knowledge just so you guys know more information, the more the better.